Welcome to the University of South Carolina's National Fellowships and Scholar Program's Introduction to National Fellowships. Our office exists to help you identify and apply for nationally competitive awards. Join us for the next 15 minutes or so as we give you an introduction to what National Fellowships are, what we do, and why you should apply. You'll hear from both National Fellowship advisors and some of our fellowship peer mentors. National Fellowship advising at U of SC began back in 1994. Since then, over 1,000 U of SC students have won more than $34 million in fellowship funding. Believe me when I say you can be part of that winning tradition. Our staff currently consists of 9 people. Some focus only on National Fellowship advising, others on advising the university's top scholars. But all of us are here to help you maximize your opportunities at the university. My name is Jen Bess. I'm the Director of National Fellowships, and I'll be narrating this video. I've been at USC since 2012, and I'm really excited to get to know you and help you on your fellowships journey. So what do we mean by National Fellowship? Is it the same as a scholarship? Yes and no. We advise students who are applying for merit-based awards that offer grants presented to you from outside the university. We don't have any money, we just try to help you find some. This is not the same as financial aid. Some fellowships look at financial need as a component of their criteria, but the vast majority do not. Awards are available across all disciplines for a variety of things. You might find funding for undergraduate tuition, or study abroad, or summer research, or graduate school, or even postgraduate adventures. We have a whole database you can search through that offer these options and parameters and more. Let's listen to 2 of our peer mentors, Kylie and Gabby, introduce themselves and describe their awards.
Hi, my name is Kylie Iteraldi, and I am a Barsk MD major from Camarillo, California. I received the Critical Language Scholarship. This is a government-funded program that allows students to travel to a country that has a critical language in the eyes of the government and the United States in general. It allows students to go to the specific country fully funded and learn a new language or continuing studying a language they already know, and then also learn about the culture. So I went to Indonesia, I learned the Indonesian language, and I started off knowing absolutely no Indonesian, and I came back being relatively proficient and lived with my host family and learned a lot about the Indonesian culture and the food and everything in between.
My name is Gabrielle Heron, and I go by Gabby. I grew up mostly in Dayton, Ohio, and I just graduated from USC from the Honors College in May 2020 with a Bachelor's of Science in Geophysics, and I also minored in German. I was awarded the SMART Scholarship for Service. It's a Department of Defense award that includes full tuition, a stipend, a paid summer internship, and a post-graduation civilian career with a STEM-focused sponsoring facility in the United States. So this August, right after I graduated, I will be working at the Naval Oceanographic Office at Stennis Space Center in Mississippi as a physical oceanographer.
Okay, those sound like some really cool opportunities, but what does an application entail? Most national fellowships require a personal statement. This is because they are investing in you and your capabilities. They want to know who you are and that your skills and goals align with their missions. Sometimes you might have to write a proposal. That could be for research, or how you would go about teaching English in the classroom, or a policy that you would like to see the government enact to improve society. 9 times out of 10, there will be letters of recommendation required. Foundations want to hear from people who can put you in context, faculty who have taught you, research mentors, coaches. This is a reminder to you that you need to make sure you are building your network and relationships from the very beginning of your college career. Competitions will always be trying to get a complete picture of you, and so typically ask for a CV or resume. The format of those vary, but they are a way to present the variety of interests and experiences that you have. Finally, the vast majority of competitions will require transcripts. Again, this is because they want to view you holistically. While GPA is definitely important, just as important is the story your transcript tells, of challenging yourself with advanced courses or recovering after a rocky semester. Let's hear Gabby talk about asking for letters as a sophomore, and then you'll meet grad student Michael Royko, who talks about the value of utilizing campus resources to put together your application materials.
Faculty helped me through my process by writing me recommendation letters for the SMART Scholarship. I had to request 5 letters of recommendation from faculty, And this was a difficult process for me because I'm naturally a shy person, and especially as a sophomore, I hadn't made real strong connections yet with any of the faculty. But asking for these letters helped me build my confidence, and I realized that it wasn't really a big deal, and that faculty and professors are really just there to help students with opportunities like a fellowship.
My name is Michael Royko. I am from Crossville, Tennessee, and I have an undergraduate degree in chemical engineering from the University of Alabama, and I'm now at the University of South Carolina pursuing a PhD also in chemical engineering. The most valuable thing I learned applying for fellowships is to really leverage the resources you have. So the fellowship office here is really good with general review of fellowships, making sure everything sounds right. And then in general, you're probably going to have someone in your department that is either served on an advisory board for awarding these fellowships or someone that has advised someone that has won one of these fellowships. And they can really give you some good advice as to what they're looking for and what you need to change about your fellowship specifically, and really tailor the application to make sure that you have a good shot at winning that fellowship.
You're thinking, this sounds like a lot of work. Why should I take the time to apply? Let me highlight our top reasons. Applying for a national fellowship will help you to learn to clearly articulate your academic strengths, career goals, and relevant graduate school choices. The more practice you have in communicating these succinctly for a variety of audiences, the clearer you will be in your own mind about what you want to do and what it will take to get you there. As mentioned earlier, you will need recommendations for most fellowship applications. Knowing that encourages you to take the time to get to know your professors by asking questions, going to office hours, taking them to lunch. Seek out their advice and input as you figure out both your future direction and how to package your skills and interests into an application. In addition, some fellowships require campus nominations. To accomplish this, we rely on the expertise of several faculty committees. These faculty meet with students, interview them, select nominees, and help applicants finalize and polish their applications. We truly couldn't do our national fellowship work without faculty. While not every fellowship requires an interview, many do have either a campus or national process that requires you to speak with a panel of interviewers. Our office can help you prepare for this, and just like the first bullet point, the more you interview and learn how to express yourself, the stronger your skill set will become. National fellowships aren't the only things that require applications. They are a natural part of life, whether you are seeking to apply for an internship, for a study abroad program, for graduate school, or a job. Learning how to put together a strong national fellowship application will spill over into these other areas of your life and make all your applications more competitive. And finally, of course, there is the actual funding provided by the fellowship. This is not unimportant, but we always want students to know that regardless of outcome, if you truly engage with the application process, you will receive all these benefits, whether the funding happens or not. So as you see, national fellowships can be worth applying for regardless of outcome. And if you do win, they are worth far more than just the money that is typically offered. Don't believe me? Here's what two of our winners, Jeremy and Anna, have to say about that.
My name is Jeremy LaPointe. I am from Fort Mill, South Carolina, and I just graduated in 2020 with a Bachelor of Science in Experimental Psychology and a minor in neuroscience. The most valuable thing I think I learned during the process of applying for the application was just my commitment to research, and it kind of helped me summarize what I had done the last 3 years and kind of put everything down into words. It was kind of a unique opportunity for me to look back and reflect on what I had done and try to tie everything together with what I'm trying to do as a future researcher. And so that was certainly a large benefit of mine, was to be able to reflect and look back. Also, it was the first time that I had that opportunity to actually reflect and look back and summarize all of what I had done into one application, which I think will be really useful for me as I apply for graduate schools and hopefully more national fellowships in the future.
Hi, my name is Anna Shepard. I am from Beaufort, South Carolina, and I'm a recent graduate from the Arnold School of Public Health. I got a BA in Public Health and a minor in Geography. I am a 2018 Boren Scholar and a 2020 Critical Language Scholarships finalist. The Boren Scholarship and Boren Fellowship programs is funded by the National Security Education Program from the U.S. Department of Defense, and those scholarships are meant to fund the study of languages which are critical need for U.S. national security. I studied Urdu through that program through the South Asian Flagship Language Initiative. So I went to UW-Madison for a summer of language study, and then I went to Lucknow, India for a semester of fully immersive Urdu language study. That they also include a year of federal service requirement after having graduated college. So I just graduated this past fall. Sometime in the next 3 years, I have the opportunity to work in the U.S. federal government as a result of my award, and hopefully to put my language skills to use in doing that work. Having been a Boren Scholar has had a huge impact on my postgraduate plans and postgraduate life now that I have graduated from USC. You know, as I mentioned, there's the federal service requirement where within the next 3 years I will need to be fulfilling some kind of role with the federal government. And on top of that, though, having been a Boren Scholar, I have the access to a huge national and international professional network that is willing to support me in finding new jobs, in finding new housing, in just giving me advice and hearing me out, and helping me understand where my place within the federal government will be. And that is a huge resource that I would not have had access to without being a Boren Scholar.
Okay, you're willing to give this a shot, but how do I get some help? There are a lot of ways that our office provides support for National Fellowship applicants. We offer workshops and information sessions throughout the year on specific awards, kind of like the one you're watching right now. We meet one-on-one with students, in person or virtually. There's more information about how to make an appointment at the end of this video. My favorite part, we hold reflective conversations to figure out best-fitting competitions and how to craft strong applications. We love getting to know you and your goals and passions so that we can find a fellowship that will help you get there. We assist students through essay review. Send us a draft a few days before an appointment, and we will give you feedback on your written materials. We also have past successful U of SC applications on file for reference. It can be helpful once you have started an application process to have examples if you get stuck. We don't recommend starting by looking at winning applications. Those represent the final product, not the progress made by the applicant. We don't want you to get discouraged from the beginning. We match students with faculty or peer mentors, depending on the competition. It often helps to get additional insight and advice from those who are familiar with the particular award. Finally, we provide interview practice for competitions that require them, either in person or virtual. This depends on the competition, obviously, but is part of our available support. In addition, our peer mentors are always available to offer advice. Here's some advice our peer mentors Claudia, Hannah, Maddox, and Anna wanted to share with you.
Hi, my name is Claudia Moncada. I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee, and I'm majoring in marine science, and I have a minor in Spanish. In 2019, I was awarded the NOAA Hauling Scholarship, which is a program sponsored by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. They are a federal administration, and the scholarship basically provides academic support by way of a scholarship for students studying marine sciences, weather science, any sort of environmental program like that, and as well also provides an internship with NOAA the summer going into your senior year. Piece of advice I would give to myself is to pay attention to the deadlines and start just a little bit earlier so you're not stressed out about trying to get everything in on time, and to give your letter writers enough time to actually write your letters properly.
My name is Hannah Aycock. I'm a rising senior at the University of South Carolina. I am from Leesburg, Virginia, and I am a marine science major. I was awarded the NOAA's Ernest F. Hollings Undergraduate Scholarship, which recognizes outstanding students studying in NOAA mission fields such as atmospheric sciences and environmental sciences. A piece of advice I would give my younger self about national fellowships would be to apply for every single one and always keep out the lookout for one, because just through this one experience alone, it has opened so many more opportunities for me. So it's always good to go for every chance that's available to you.
My name is Maddox Green. I am from Fountain Inn, South Carolina, and I am a recent graduate from U of SC with degrees in journalism and global studies. During my sophomore year of college, I received the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, which is a study abroad scholarship for Pell Grant recipients. I've also recently been awarded a Fulbright study grant to Taiwan, where I will be moving in the fall to complete my master's degree. One piece of advice I would give my younger self about national fellowships is there's really not one right way to apply for these. And I think more importantly to remember, there's not one right way to be in order to win them. I remember being incredibly nervous throughout my application processes because I let my self-doubt creep in. But you should really remember that you can create your own mold when doing this, and it can really pay off when you do so.
One piece of advice that I would give myself about national fellowships and like the process looking back is to really love the process and take advantage of it for what it is. I mean, fellowships are designed to help you develop professionally and academically, and I think that I felt a lot of pressure to prove that I had earned the fellowships that I got, and I didn't really always recognize that it was a time for me to grow, not to necessarily always have everything figured out. And I think having that perspective, even when you're in the middle of the application process, can be really useful because you want to, I don't want to say market yourself, but present yourself as someone who is open to change and growth and who has a lot of potential, because that's what these fellowships are meant to do, is to take people who have a lot of potential and make them more prepared and better stewards for their fields.
Hello, my name is Paige Jennings, and I'm the National Fellowships Coordinator in the National Fellowships and Scholar Programs office on campus. I hope you enjoyed learning about our office as well as the various national fellowships that you can pursue as a U of SC student. No matter where you are in your undergraduate career or what you want to accomplish while at U of SC, I hope you take the time to look into national fellowships and see how they can help you accomplish those goals. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Interested in exploring national fellowships further? Then follow the links in the description below this video to see our upcoming workshop and webinar schedule, explore our searchable database info, or make an appointment to talk with a National Fellowships advisor. Don't forget to sign up for our weekly newsletter, The Candidate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at U of SC NFSP. We look forward to meeting with you soon.